What's going on, guys? My name is Trevor. Welcome back to the channel. We are nearing the end of the summer, turning into my favorite season of the year, which is fall. And today I'm sharing with you my top 10 most anticipated movies for fall and winter. Basically, my most anticipated movies for the rest of the year. The 10 I'm most excited for. Fingers crossed none of them get delayed. Before I give you guys my list, let me know your list down below in the comment section. What is your most anticipated movie for the rest of the year? For me, it was Dune Part 2 until about a week ago when it got delayed to next year. So it's going to be a long wait, but nonetheless, there's still a bunch of movies coming out that I'm excited to talk about, and let's get into it. So at number 10 is Maestro. This is Bradley Cooper's second directed movie, so that alone gets me excited because I absolutely loved what he did with A Star is Born, and he also stars in this movie as alongside of him is Carey Mulligan, and it's said to be a love story that's following basically the life of Leonard Bernstein. It's kind of like the year for biopics, and the trailer for this one made it look like it's going to be very Oscar heavy. Will this be the movie Bradley Cooper gets nominated for director and maybe get that Best Actor nomination / win? Time will tell. Maestro comes out on Netflix, I believe, right around Christmas time. Put it on the calendar. At number 9 is David Fincher's The Killer, starring Michael Fassbender, and I was not a big fan of David Fincher's last film in Mank, but Mindhunter is one of my favorite all-time TV shows. But he has so many great movies like Seven, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, you have Gone Girl, so he has so many classics under his belt, these movies that are dark and more twisted and more of those psychological thrillers, and this movie seems like it's going to be that. Could it be more of a spy espionage route or a psychological thriller route? Or are we going to take best of both worlds, put them in a movie? That's what I'm really hoping for. November 10th, cannot get soon enough for The Killer. At number 8 is Disney's Wish. This is another Disney animated movie. My wife and I are absolutely huge Disney fans, so we're extremely excited to go see another animated movie for Disney on the big screen. If you don't know what this one's about, this one's following a young girl named Asha who wishes on a star and gets a more direct answer than she bargained for when a troublemaking star comes down from the sky to join her. This just looks like another fun Disney animated movie. It comes out right around Thanksgiving time. They always have those animated movies come around Thanksgiving time that are fun. They really are for the family. They really hits on that Thanksgiving weekend, a family movie, and I think Disney's gonna crush it with this one. And I'm just a sucker for Disney. Anything they do, I go and see. I love it. I love it a lot. At number 7 is Five Nights at Freddy's. We got a bunch of horror movies coming out, and this is just one of the few that I'm excited for. It gives me Willy's Wonderland vibes, which I'm excited for, but more horror-eccentric. I have not played the Five Nights at Freddy video games, but you got Matthew Lillard in here, Josh Hutcherson in here, so it looks creepy, it looks different. It's rumored to be a 3-hour-long horror movie. If that's the case, I'm just really interested to see how that's going to handle the pacing, how that's going to handle everything they bring to the screen, because 3 hours for any movie is long, but 3 hours for a horror movie is really long. But nonetheless, I might need to go and try to play the Five Nights at Freddy games before checking this movie out. At number 6 is Wonka. Timothée Chalamet is one of my favorite working actors today, and there's a new telling on Willy Wonka and like the Chocolate Factory and the Oompa Loompas. It's going to be different. It's a musical. I've always wanted to see our boy Timmy in a musical. The trailer, while it didn't wow me, it definitely got me interested and excited, and the more I think about this movie, this could be one of those movies that's a kind of an Oscar sleeper. I love a good musical. This comes out around Christmas time. This is a perfect time for a musical to come out. It's Christmas, the great spirits, everyone's singing in a great mood. You go see the new musical. Wonka, come on, I'm there for it. At number 5, Rebel Moon. We just got a trailer for this the other day, and nonetheless, it looks like a Star Wars movie and a Dune movie, kind of mixed, brought to the big screen. I'm a diehard sci-fi fan. It's one of my favorite genres, and Zack Snyder's one of my favorite working directors today. And to see this movie coming out later this year for Netflix and getting our sequel in early 2024, that's what I love when Netflix can do, and they're really kind of bringing these action sci-fi movies to the screen. I love when Netflix doubles down, put their money where their mouth is, and really shows confidence in their movies, and the fact that this already has a sequel planned for 24, that's where my excitement comes from. It does look a little Star Wars-y, it does look a little Dune-y. When you put those together, what's the problem with that? It is a new sci-fi adventure that I am here for with Zack Snyder behind the camera. I think I'm gonna love it. At number 4, The Marvels. At this point, you can call me an MCU shill because every movie that they have come out in the years is always on one of my most anticipated lists, so I'm a Marvel shill. But The Marvels looks fun. It looks like a lower stakes, kind of not one of those movies you don't have to take too seriously and you can just have a good time with. I love Monica Rambeau. I'm really starting to enjoy Carol Danvers. I have not seen Miss Marvel yet, so I need to go watch that show before checking this movie out. But nonetheless, the trailer really sold me. It just, again, looks a little bit lower stakes. Everyone's almost switching universes, switching bodies, a little Freaky Friday action in there. It's gonna have that good action in there. It's gonna have the MCU humor in there. I believe this comes out in November around Thanksgiving time as well. Probably going to be a box office hit. Will it join the $1 billion club? Only time will tell. At number 3, Killers of the Flower Moon. Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro. I believe Jesse Plemons is in there as well. This looks a little bit different. It's going to be long. It comes to Apple TV. But all of those names included in this movie is what you should get most excited for. Martin Scorsese, one of the all-time great directors. Leonardo DiCaprio, arguably the greatest actor to ever live. Robert De Niro, you can put him on the Mount Rushmore of actors as well. Everything surrounding this movie, and it's based off a book. It's like a detective story, I believe. That all gets me jumping in my seat. I will be there in the theaters. Hopefully it comes to select theaters to check this one out. All these actors, it's like a historic movie. Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese, you might be coming towards the end of their careers. This is one you gotta go and check out. This is one that's gonna get nominated for a bunch of Oscars, and this is one that's gonna keep you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. Anything Leo's in, it could be a McDonald's commercial. I'm gonna watch it. At number 2, Napoleon. I love Ridley Scott. What he did with Gladiator was absolutely great, but more recently, what he did with The Last Duel might have been even better. The Last Duel, just a couple years ago, was one of my favorite movies of that said year. Seeing what Ridley Scott can just do with like this medieval type action is what I love so much, and now he's taking on the iconic conqueror of Napoleon. Joaquin Phoenix might be getting that Best Actor nomination, possibly winning this one as well. Looks like return to form for Ridley Scott. I'm a diehard Ridley fan. It looks like a long, epic, action-packed movie that I really need and I really want to see. You always need one of those good, long war movies every year. You just gotta have one of them, man. This is one's gonna be it. But at number 1, my most anticipated movie for the rest of 2023 is Dumb Money. This is starring Paul Dano, Seth Rogen, from Craig Gillespie, who directed I, Tonya. All those names get me excited, but if you don't know the premise about this movie, Dumb Money is the ultimate David vs. Goliath tale based on the insane true story of everyday people who flipped the script on Wall Street and got rich by turning GameStop into the world's hottest company. This one right here gives me Wolf of Wall Street vibes. It gives me all those classic biopic vibes that we know and love, and I love movies that are about numbers and about money and how people made it rich and really took down big corporates. That right there is what got me so excited for it. I didn't even know this movie was coming out. I heard a couple people talking about it. I watched a trailer for it just a couple weeks ago and I fell in love with the trailer. Craig Gillespie, everything he did with I, Tonya was perfect. Paul Dano is emerging to be one of the best working actors today, and to see that David vs. Goliath tale that's based on the insane true story of GameStop, a store I grew up going to my entire life, that right there has me the most excited, and Dumb Money is my most anticipated movie for the rest of 2023. Let me know which movies you're most excited for the rest of the year down below in the comments section. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate all the support, especially for my man Gage all the way out in Texas. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.